There were no records kept, no names. The only thing that we can rely on is if their descendants tell us.
Descendants of the 220 African Americans who cleared the land for what would become Norfolk Botanical Garden nearly 90 years ago. A dirty, difficult job for little pay. And today, history still obscures the identities of more than half of them. That's the story I told in February for Black History Month, about how Norfolk Botanical Garden was still working to identify all of the original gardeners, as some refer to them. I'm Norfolk neighborhood reporter Anthony Sabella, and the day after that story aired, I came in to a voicemail.
I saw your story about the Azalea Gardens and the Black ladies that work there. I don't know if you have my grandma's name or not, but I do know that she was one of the ladies that did that work.
Barbara Rice's grandmother, who she called Big Mama.
Her name was Marie Freeman Davis Boyd. We would sit down at the dining room table. She taught me to embroider. She taught me to sew. We do puzzles sometimes. This is the Big Mama that I know.
Memories from over 65 years ago that Rice shared with me around her dining room table in Virginia Beach, with the only 2 photos of Big Mama she could find.
She always talked about she only had a 5th grade education.
And how the lack of an education left her few job options to keep food on the table at the end of the Great Depression. Then, in 1938, Norfolk's Works Progress Administration hired 200 black women and 20 black men to clear 25 acres of trees, brush, and swamp for the city's future Azalea Garden, now Norfolk Botanical Garden.
They got picked up in the truck, and they took them there and they brought them back, and you had to bring your own food. There was no bathrooms for the ladies there. I remember Big Mama talking about the snakes. You had to be, that was why they had those thick galoshes. She said it was terrible.
But it was a job that paid 25 cents an hour. Rice says that story passed around her family, inspiring all of them to reach for more in their lives. A distant memory until February.
We're nowhere near half.
I was watching the news. They were trying to find the ladies that helped build the botanical gardens, and I was like, Mama told me those stories. She did that.
And when Rice called to tell me, I gave her the number for the garden. Historian Martha McClenny Williams has been working more than 20 years to identify who she calls the original gardeners. The last known living, Mary Elizabeth Ferguson, died in 2017.
It must marshy.
And with no historical records, Williams takes information from living family and writes it in her notebooks.
Date that the relative was born.
Of the 220 workers, she's only been able to recover 75 or so names so far. When you're able to add a name, how exciting is that for you?
It is very exciting.
And there was excitement when Rice called, but then the verification process begins.
It always begins with a telephone interview.
Followed by a handful of specific questions.
Number one, the person must have been born somewhere between 1884 and 1922. They must have lived in the city of Norfolk, where they could have been picked up. Also, I want to hear some stories
that match what she knows about the garden's construction and working conditions. Most recently, one name has met all that criteria.
Marie Freeman Davis Boyd.
Barbara Rice's Big Mama. What do you think she thinks?
I think she thinks she's probably smiling.
It is complicated, though, for the same reason Williams says it's been hard to get people to come forward.
The work that they did in the garden did not give them a sense of pride.
And segregation laws meant the people who built the garden were not allowed in until well into the 1960s. Rice says her grandmother did not live long enough to see it.
I know she'd be pleased.
Because the recognition, though late, is bringing together the people she loved. In September, Norfolk Botanical Garden will host its annual celebration of the original gardeners around the statue dedicated to them. Rice says she and her family will be there.
They're going to be able to see this and know their grandma was somebody special, not just to us, but look at what she did and the adversities that she went through to do this so that we could be here now.
Anthony Sabella, WTKR News 3.